Hey everybody, so you probably noticed the coronavirus is all the rage right now. You know, there's cities declaring states of emergency without even identifying a single case of coronavirus in the city. There's pharmaceutical companies lining up with the hopes that they can, make a couple $1 billion, more than that actually, off a literally a fear-infested country. And now globally a world. So generally, of course, this is infuriating because the entities promoting fear and hysteria are literally providing zero solutions, right? Except for a vaccine 8 months down the road, which of course the amount of side effects related to that vaccine versus what it can actually do for us humans is likely to be quite counterproductive. But consider, if we do simple measures, generally speaking, if we're taking care of ourselves, we don't need to jump on this fear train. In fact, you don't need to cancel your life plans. You don't need to huddle around your TV, paralyzed by the latest updates, and find out, oh, there's one person, out of 300 million people that was just recently diagnosed with coronavirus. Consider that if you literally simply maintain proper hygiene, you eat wholesome foods, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, clean meats, you get regular physical activity, maybe take a multivitamin, you take time to sleep, you keep a reasonable body composition, and you just maintain optimal nutrition. It literally is going to take a 1 in a billion chance that you have any health issues related to coronavirus, any health issues. So consider there's nutritional deficiencies like zinc, vitamin A, vitamin D, selenium. These literally are the #1 problem for people who get viral infections, whether it's Ebola, whether it's coronavirus, whether it's common cold, rhinovirus, Epstein-Barr virus, you name it. But especially the envelope viruses like Ebola and SARS and coronavirus. This literally is the difference between you being in the hospital for weeks or months, or you don't even have any symptoms. You had the virus, a little sniffle, maybe nothing at all. So it's vital. This is your game changer. This is the play you want to make, is that you make sure that your nourishment, your nutrition is optimal. And it's going to make it, too challenging for coronavirus to have any serious impact on your life, life of your kids, life of your family members. So, like I said, selenium, big time, vitamin A, big time, vitamin D, big time, and zinc. Those 4 specifically. Of course, we need all nutrients, vitamin C, there's a lot of other ones that are beneficial, a lot of B vitamins, but those 4 specifically, 1, tend to be lower in people, and 2, especially selenium and zinc, if the soil you're eating food from is not good soil, you're not going to get much of those. So a lot of times we need to supplement with those in the short term. And this yet again is why it's paramount that we make nourishment our eating goal. Not counting calories, not counting macros, but nourishment, making nourishment our goal so that we can actually have health, and not just quick changes in body composition or quick changes in our waistband or how our clothes fit, these kind of things. We also need to forget about convenience. It's okay if it's not convenient to eat vegetables, fruit, nuts and seeds, meats, and those kind of things. It's okay if you actually have to cook the food at home to get nourishment. It's going to happen. At some point, you will have to, unless you have a chef, you're going to have to cook food at home if you want to be ultimately nourished by the food you're eating, because there's no prepared food that can make up for what whole fresh food can do for you. So forget the pretty packaging, forget all the addicting marketing tactics, the fitting in with society related to food. We got to put nourishing, real, whole food into our body over and over again. And that literally can make you feel fearless when it comes to these crazy viruses that maybe are man-made, maybe are created in a lab, maybe are from animals, whatever. It's hard to get true information, but this can make you fearless, so that when coronavirus comes around, Ebola comes around, influenza comes around, any general infectious sickness comes around, that you can be confident that your health accumulation that you've been doing, your food strategy that is different than the standard American diet, because you canceled the standard American diet, that you can be confident your body will be able to withstand, your immune system will be present and able to overcome. And on top of that, this goes for our children as well. We can't leave them, just because they're not going to get fat drinking Gatorade right now, doesn't mean that we need to be allowing them to consume, Gatorade, tortilla chips, gummy bears, goldfish, Fruity Pebbles, and bagels. If that is what their diet is consisting of, then they're going to be malnourished and getting a significant nutrient deficiency, and their immune system will not be capable of withstanding, say, coronavirus, or you name any other virus out there. That's just the hot one right now. But even the common cold or influenza, all the stuff that's going around all the time. So generally speaking, if you want your kids to thrive, like I want my children to thrive, then we got to put in the extra effort, the extra time, the extra education for them, and granting them understanding as to why they might want to put these wholesome, real food into their body over and over again. And then provide the means for them to do that, and demonstrate by our own example that we are putting these foods into our body. And because children, they love to follow what their parents do, right? Even if they act like they don't. So many parents are concerned about their children fitting in or not standing out, or when it comes to school lunches or birthday parties or snack time and all this kind of stuff. If this is you literally are doing your child a serious disservice. And think about what happens if they actually do get sick, and it was something that was just benign or minor, that their body should have been easily able to overcome, but their body fails, their immune system fails, and now they're left trying to fend off an infection that they don't have the capacity to do, simply because of malnourishment, which there should be no such thing with the prevalence of food in America and a grocery store in almost every corner for us being malnourished at any point. So yeah, I know it's challenging, especially when it comes to our kids, and it's gonna be super uncomfortable. And but considering, like I said, how challenging, how uncomfortable, how agonizing it would be if your child or my child was sick simply from malnourishment, when we have all the means necessary to allow them and enable them to be fully nourished. So you can do this, all right? You can do this. Say yes, you can. You know you can. You're able. It's just gonna take a little extra effort, a little extra time, a little extra preparation, but once you get in the groove, you're gonna build confidence for yourself, for your family, that you can go traveling, you can go flying, you can go on a cruise, and not feel like, whoa, are we gonna make it? Do I need to be pounding all this stuff? Do I need to be afraid all the time? Do I need to be, just staying home? Let's just not even go out. I have patients who don't want to leave their homes now. They're concerned about the flu, about coronavirus, when it's like nothing's changed. It's no different than it is every other year, every single year. We put awesome stuff in our body. We take care of ourselves, and guess what? Our body responds, and it is well able to fend off all the craziness that comes against it in viral forms. So accumulate health. That's what we do, right? All of us on here, we're accumulating health. We daily nourish our bodies. We count up our nutrients as opposed to macros and calories, proteins and carbohydrates and fats and those kind of things. We count up our nutrients, our nutrient value. We make sure that we are loading our body with colorful things, pigments, phytochemicals, polyphenols that come in the form of vegetable matter, fruit matter, and you make sure you get enough grass-fed, whole meat products, and we eliminate all that stuff that is highly processed and is leading to irritation, dysfunction, and promoting a downgrade of our immune response. So fear not, just nourish your body.